While I've featured Porsche fanatic Roger Bailey's various flash motors a fair few times before, there's one specific German whip in his outdoor collection that's always eluded the lens, but not for much longer, as I figured it was finally time to treat his neglected secret shame to a bit of TLC. So this 10-year-old Volkswagen Passat understandably plays second fiddle to the more exciting equipment in the background, but it's still German, still a similar colour, and has still provided its Porsche-obsessed owner with plenty of hassle-free economical miles. So thought it was deserving of at least a thorough scrub with some new and some previously proven products. Now, if you're wondering if it's acceptable to publicly refer to fellow car enthusiasts' drab daily drivers as their secret shame, the answer is that if they have moss sprouting from their cracks and crevices, and you have a similarly neglected daily driver of your own, then yes, it's perfectly acceptable, and in fact it's that same shame I feel in driving the 17-year-old rusty V40 in the background that's led me to want to swap my flash motor for a more respectable daily driver. And that leads me on to this video's sponsor, as when I do I'll be making use of Car Vertical to ensure I don't get stung. So yeah, before getting going on Roger Bailey's daily driver, if like me you're thinking of buying a used car, daily driver or not, then Car Vertical could save you precious time and money by revealing if a motor you're considering has been clocked, stolen, crashed or even used as a taxi. Utilising data from various national registers, insurance companies, crash car auctions and more, Car Vertical compiles comprehensive used car reports which can quickly shed light on any potential issues you might otherwise miss, and so serves as a great preliminary filtering tool to help separate the automotive wheat from the chaff. It works in more than 20 countries, so isn't just a UK-based thing, and while it is a paid service, it's way more extensive than anything you'll find being offered for free. But if for whatever reason nothing useful is returned, then Car Vertical should automatically credit your accounts for a subsequent search. According to Car Vertical's extensive market research, 1 in 6 cars has had a serious accident, so an in-depth report of theirs could help to save you from squandering your hard-earned on one, or depending on how you look at it, serve as a bargaining chip to help give you additional leverage to negotiate a better deal. So check it out via the links below today and receive a 10% discount for doing so. So first up for Bailey's beta then was a quick pre-clean of the wheels and arches using some Dodo Juice Crudzilla citrus traffic film remover, which works wonders on these kinds of areas, quickly softening up even the most ingrained of dirt for it then to be washed away with a subsequent pressure rinse, which of course after being applied and left to soak for a minute or so, it was. Turtle Wax's new all-wheel cleaner and iron remover, which can also safely be used on paintwork, was then thoroughly applied to all areas of each wheel before being left to soak for a few minutes to let its pH-neutral rapid decon technology get to work, which it did without making a horrible stink thanks to its cleverly masked active ingredients. Now, there wasn't a great deal of bleeding on the face of the wheels here, as I'd obviously knocked back the majority of brake dust and dirt during the pre-clean, but the neglected barrels were definitely hemorrhaging out, so while they went ahead and thoroughly worked the face of the wheels over with an appropriate brush to make the most of the product, as there's no substitute for mechanical agitation, before finally battering the barrels, which I suspected were probably too far gone for a straightforward clean, with a trusty easy detail brush anyway, just in case there was any kind of improvement to be made. The chunky tyre walls were then tended to with the remaining bit of turtle wax hyperfoam wheel and tyre prep I had left over from my last video to ensure they were clean enough to be properly dressed later on. Then all areas were treated to a thorough pressure rinse to remove any lingering dirt and potent product residue. The remainder of the Dodo juice Crudzilla was then used to douse the lower half of the manky Passat to both soften up the winter traffic film and serve as a weed killer for the greenery that had taken hold in the nooks and crannies. And while a pre-cleaner like this can be applied to a wet car, it does a better job at breaking up dirt when applied to a dry one. And once it had been here, was quickly followed by a generous helping of some sweet-smelling pink jelly bean snow foam from Autobrite Direct to help soften up the rest of the dirt on the car, give the more potent citrus traffic film remover more time to soak without risking it drying, and of course to get the neighbours' curtain twitching. Now, while a coloured snow foam like this is essentially just a novelty, it does make arguably the most fun part of the car cleaning process even more entertaining, but it also helps to attract attention, which could be useful if you're a mobile guy working at the side of the road. But here it was really just for the fun of it. So after being left to soak for a solid 5 minutes, both the snow foam and the TFR underneath were thoroughly rinsed off with the pressure washer, making sure not to splatter the expensive shark blue GT3 that was sitting to one side of the Passat or the neighbour's living room windows to the other with pink jelly bean juice. Once the pre-clean was complete, it was then time to treat the car to a thorough contact wash with some Meguiars Wash Plus to provide a bit more bite than a standard shampoo. And I didn't bother utilising a time-consuming 2-bucket technique here as the car was swell-tastic already. However, it had been treated to that thorough pre-clean. I was using a soft microfibre wash mitt and I did have a grit guard in the bottom of the bucket which I felt was adequate enough. But feel free to 2-bucket wash your own daily driver as you see fit. As usual with a clean of a neglected car like this, my aim is never to pamper the surfaces but instead treat them to a good scrub to ensure as much dirt is dislodged from the surface as possible. And the abrasives in this particular Wash Plus product, which are capable of cutting through relatively stubborn dirt, are best taken advantage of by working the loaded mitt over the panel every which way, which might look and feel a bit counterintuitive, but this was never designed to be a single swipe type product, so it would be pretty pointless using it as such. Particular attention was paid to the plastic chrome pieces as they were looking a little worse for wear, and I thought the micro braces might just be able to rejuvenate them. And once these bits and everywhere else had been given a good contact scrub, the abrasive suds were then rinsed off before they had a chance to dry. So with the pre-cleaning and contact washing complete, it was time to quickly treat the V-dub to a bit of superficial protection, as I didn't realistically have time to apply a dedicated product by hand. So decanted some Diamondbrite ceramic blast snow foam into my bottle and got to work covering the still damp and slightly sudsy car over with the blue unscented pH neutral product. And while it can apparently be left to soak for a few minutes, there was no more dedicated cleaning to be done at this point, so following application set about thoroughly rinsing it off panel by panel. So while it might initially look like the product wasn't particularly water repellent, a few seconds after rinsing you could see it was just a case of it being a steady sheeter rather than an instant beader. It's also lightly designed to be a top-up product rather than a standalone protectant, and while crazy beading is impressive and certainly satisfying to film, sheeting actually serves to remove more water from the car, meaning less contact drying and a reduced likelihood of water spotting. So from that perspective, its self-drying qualities could make it useful when working on fully corrected or relatively swirl-free cars where you want to keep contact to a minimum. Despite most of the rinse water having sheeted off the car, I still wanted to towel dry it here as I'd used a fair few chemicals and didn't fancy leaving any residue sitting on the surface that could potentially streak and stain. So pulled a pre-dampened twist loop item over the top panels to effortlessly remove what little water remained there first, before swapping that for a more traditional drying towel to wipe down and absorb anything lurking around the rest of the car's aging nooks and crannies. And while a blow dry would have arguably been more efficient here, I don't think there's anything wrong with getting to know a neglected daily driver you haven't cleaned before with a plush drying towel or two. The faces of the 5-spoke wheels were then quickly dried off with a general purpose towel for the same reasons, while the half-baked barrels were just left to air dry naturally. And once the tyres were as equally dry, they were thoroughly worked over with the incredibly effective Carscope brush featured in my last video, this time primed with their very own SiO2 infused ink dressing, which has been specifically formulated to be the perfect consistency for the brush's densely packed soft bristles. While it can be buffed over with a towel or separate dry brush following application, I found that once it had soaked into these tyres, aside from a bit of contrast in blue excess which was easy to spot and therefore remove, it left an almost buff-like finish anyway, so just wipe the edges of the rim over with a damp towel instead before calling it a day. So nothing too fancy or in-depth for the Passat then. As always, there was plenty more I could have done had I had the time, like polishing the stained plastic chrome bits or properly cleaning the wheels off the car. But for a 10-year-old daily driver, a semi-thorough February scrub had to suffice. And suffice I reckon it did, as for the first time in a long while it was actually cleaner than the snazzier stuff in the background. Big thanks to fellow automotive YouTuber Roger Bailey for once again letting me mess about on his driveway last minute. Thanks of course to you lot for patiently waiting and eagerly watching, and I'll catch you again once I've had time to rehydrate my hands and order some desperately needed nitrile gloves.